Hey guys, my name is Zeniac and welcome back to another episode of SnowTown here in Cities Skylines. Well, last episode guys, we started building a brand new residential area. There seems to be a lot of people trying to cross the road over there, isn't there? We started our brand new residential area on the other side of the river. The other side of many rivers, which is the beginning of the kind of city expansions over that side of the map. Now, it's taken a while to get the residential in, but we've been having for quite some time some huge, and I mean huge, industrial demands. So I thought we'll revisit our original industrial area in this episode and do some more expansions on that. Now, just before we get to guys, if you are enjoying SnowTown and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, to make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. Now, I asked you guys to give me some sweet comment suggestions for what we could call this brand new region area. Section zone within SnowTown. Currently it's called Prospect Heights, which is the original name the game give it, and someone said to call it yellow because we're in the farming area and like the game makes the land or the snow slightly yellow, to call it Yellow Snow Point. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna roll with it, Yellow Snow Point right now, because it's on the point of this peninsula. It's surrounded by the yellow snow because it is fertile land. And I thought, let's just go with it. I mean, it is kind of like a low wealth income area, so these guys are just going to have to put up with the name. Now, our original industrial area was over here. If I go and show you the kind of zoning, it was here. That's our original dirty industrial. And if you kind of look at the map, it's only there, and apart from the small little bits and bobs that are specialized industry, there isn't any other dirty industrial areas. So, what is going on, Zeniac? No wonder we've had this constant industrial demand right now. So we're going to try and sort that out. Now, I know we have a lot of issues here with like some stuff like the coal plants and whatnot. We're going to get rid of them because we have been using... That is an incineration plant. I get rid of that. These are garbage or recycling plants. Get rid of them. Because we have the Tesla Gigafactory down somewhere, we don't really need these anymore. Hold on. Right. There we go. We no longer need them. I'm going to get rid of... Am I underground? Yeah. These power lines here, which is going to stop the train station at the minute. But we are now going to fill this whole little section area up with the industrial. There we go. And we'll do a nice strip here as well. Now, does it all have water over here? It does, which is a good sign. So I'll be interested to see, just based on the demand that we have right now, how much of that industrial area gets fulfilled. That's what I would like to know. Over here we have the geothermal heating plants, which also require power, which we don't really get in that. The hot water element, do we? The heating. So we kind of have to look at it here. No, you're not really there. Where do we see it? Heating. There we are. It's down here. Damn folio. So with them not being powered, that's our current output. So you could say, Zeniac, you can get rid of these as well. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We have the snow thingamajiggy bobby over here, which we'll get rid of them for now as well. So I can slowly rebuild and rejig my whole configuration over at this point. Now, we do need to set up some more roads leading to these main connecting roads that we can utilize a little bit more. Otherwise, building this is going to cause a little bit too much traffic within this area. So what we're going to do then is we're going to get the industrial road, which is just here. Now, how far does this road come across there? So it's... Oh, it comes by a 10. Okay, that's good. So that can lead down to here. And that becomes like the main road that pretty much they'll probably use coming off this junction. Which then keeps a little bit of traffic away from this area. And then we'll do the usual. Bringing this up. Now that is 90 up to that point, so I'll bring it to there to utilize that. And I did want to kind of reconfigure this whole train line as well. But considering it's kind of like elevated, I don't know whether that's, you know, to kind of make it as part as a feature. As the train line elevates over the whole of the industrial, like, or tears through the industrial area elevated. I think that it might be a good little kind of idea, mightn't it? So, if I bring this down, let's just say to there for a minute. And let's see if I can get this properly aligned up and connected. So, what is it not liking? Is it not liking the power lines? Let me pause, because I know that power line goes directly to the airport. Alright, I'll anarchy that little section in there. Yeah, the airport is dead. It's dead right now. I'll take the power from over this way. Bridge it up. Alright, I'll have to anarchy that over. It's not as fluid or flush as your boy would like it right now. Go down, back to 0. There we go. And then we delete. All of this. And then that's all now connected back up with power. We ain't going to worry about that too much at this point. Which will be pretty ideal for us. And I know this is still pretty much the old-fashioned grid format. But this is our industrial area. You just kind of have to pull up with it. But I've also got to make sure that we do an equal amount of office space. Because if I just did fill this up with pure industry, whew, I would not like to see the traffic jams appearing. I just want to throw that out there right now. So, with equal opportunity of industrial areas, we squeeze in office areas as well. To there. And I think I'll make this, because this is going to be the road that leads down to the supporting road here, the big 4-laner. So we kind of bulk it up with just normal offices. And I think we're going to be good to go. We got the industrial exportation area just over here. And we'll also make that dirty industrial. So we're surrounded by offices, which is good. Kind of creates a little buffer zone before the junctions of the actual road. I know we have a few little issues over here. What are these guys? Ah, they're waiting for the trams to move. That's what they're doing right there, waiting for the trams to move. But once they go, it's all good. Really, isn't it? It's pretty much all good. Right, okay, that's enough zoning then, because we've spent our... you know what, that demand that we had was only worth that. That's saying something, isn't it? That really is saying something. So, we could do with a little bit more commercial and to throw it in to kind of drop that demand to increase other demands. Unemployment's only at 4%. Again, interesting, but how is the public transportation line over to here? Now, we could eventually, thinking about it, implement a secondary tram line. So if we used... yeah, let me get to trams. If I use this line going up, which it crosses there, so that's where 2 tram lines connect. And if I brought it from... if I did a right here going down... or if I brought it up, round, down, follow that road, which could eventually... well, actually, you could just go down straight to here and then across. That makes a nice connecting point. It will crisscross over that subway stop there. I think it would be nice to integrate another subway stop over here as well, but I feel like I need to finalise the road network and the road layout before I go down that road. Too many road puns, Sonny. Too many road puns. And they're all pretty weak. Right. So if I get this in by... let's just go to 60 for now. And let's just see how this would stand out. So that was 20. That will be a 20 by 20 bend. Alright, so we can kind of stay away from the edges of it. Because we do a little sprawl and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about the sprawl. I just want to kind of fix, or not fix, but like configure what I want in this side. Now if I do that to there. So we're doing this a little bit of a different configuration to the other ones. So that will go straight across to there. Which they are quite long-winded roads. aren't they, really? So this would be here. That will go straight across. I'm trying to do wonderful different crisscross connections. And would that work? Yeah, that would work to there. And I think it would stop it here. So, many different junctions, many different connections. This area might be a little bit chaotic, but we'll roll with it. Because I can utilize that. Is that elevated? Why is that I can't get my word. What are you doing? Game. What are you doing elevating that section? Damn, Frodio. Right, okay, so back to business. Because this can tear through here, just simply up to there. Let's create a nice little format going through. And I think I'll do it on this one and delete the other one. So it just kind of splits up the pure lengths that we've created going across. Now, I know it's a bit too close quartered and all together and whatnot, but it will be a mixture of like offices and industrial. So what we're doing is we'll squeeze in where we want the offices. So you'll naturally see how they become the buffer. Up to there. Straight down to there. And then how then the industrial, the dirty industry, gets filtered and zoned around it. Just enables us to kind of split up what, you know, the kind of patterns, the designs and stuff like that. We have the train line zone kind of tearing through the dirty industrial side of things. And then we're just going to set up our beautiful little paths. And we're going to have one with the bike lanes, because that's now my new favourite path. Go from, and we'll anarchy all these in. Just little shortcuts, little cut-throughs, little walkways, just to aid more movement. There we go, boys. And then we'll do one just there to kind of split up the middle. Right, we'll roll with that. That is a huge amount of zoning just being thrown in right there. We're just going to now make sure the remainder of this area has the heating. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. All the way up. Shabam! I like it. Right, that's now all in. We'll take that, boys. We'll take it. Right. So we're slowly going to use that demand. But it would be beneficial because it's so heavily industrialized, this area. I think what we need to do is switch up a few areas for a bit of commercial. Just so the residents have a place to grab some snacks on their lunchtime break. So I'll do a nice little section there. And we'll fill this little section up there. This little cornerstone here becomes a little commercial section. I'll do one just here as well. There we go. Because we're going to have demands for this. We are going to have demands for this. So we've got to get it in. Alright, squeeze that over there. Place that one in just in there. And it enables me to spend that commercial demand as well. If we can get rid of it slightly, it's a big bonus for us. So I'll do a nice little 4-piece here. And I think we'll leave it to that. Because I believe that small amount of commercial drop down is probably all the demand that we currently have right now. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay, so with the road network layout now placed in, we can think about doing the tram line. So, 2-lane tram roads. It starts, where am I starting it from? Am I cutting it down the middle? Or am I going around the border? I feel like I'm going to pause it a second. I'm going to cut it in the middle because it's even Stevens throughout this whole little section. it kind of reaches a lot more people. But then we'll tear this one going through around the edge. It will cut across over here. And then I got the option, because I wanted to get it to connect to there, I got the option to go in this way and then down that way or round. I think I'll go round because it makes it a little bit closer to the monorail. Ooh. Hold on, because it's kind of messed up a bit there, isn't it? Where did that happen? Just there. There we go. Right, we're back on it, boys. We're back on it right now. Right, there we go. So if I was to add in another route, and let's say I did it from here, and then we stop at the same stops as we do on this one. So we're crisscrossing over, we're merging multiple lines with one. I was about to make it go straight there. And then this would turn here. We'll have a stop there. I'll have a stop here. A stop just there. We'll do one just there. Because I don't truly know what's going to happen with these ones. I'll do a stop there, obviously for the subway line. Stop just there, and they end it just there. And then repeat the same process. I'll put it back into play mode now. Going on this side of the tracks, of the line, of the road. And we have a nice little tram line running through, which will be very beneficial for people who are wanting to travel over there. It just kind of makes it more solid, our public transport system, doesn't it? It really does. Why would that not finish? Oh no, it's done. Right, so there's that one now thrown in. And look at our kind of tram line over this side. There is four main, there's got that loop there, that small loop here, this large loop here, and that loop there. So 4 major tram loops, all intertwined, all connecting, all overlapping one another in many ways. And that really, really does kind of make, I mean, I reckon that's one of the reasons it has to be why the traffic is not as bad. Just because how connected public transportation is within SnowTown. So now we've got that in, we can then think about getting that subway connection, the metro line. So it's going straight to the airport. Now we want to integrate something over here. So I think, do you reckon that would be a good stop if I did it there? It's near the tram line there where they can switch between 2 lines and off they go. Or do you reckon somewhere, if I did it here and then did a path connecting? Because the next subway line's over there. Now, I'll do it here. And you might be a bit close to the airport, but it's quite difficult to walk all the way that way, isn't it? So let me pause for a minute. Let me do a tunnel. Let me delete that to there. And I've placed it all with anarchy. I keep forgetting. I keep freaking forgetting. No anarchy, Zodiac. No anarchy. All right, there we go. As simple as that is, I deleted some road, didn't I, as well? Hold on. And it's the, it's that awkward one. It's the awkward one that likes to create a bridge. I gotcha, you damn folio. Oh, and there's one going across here as well, wasn't there? There we go. So let me just quickly finish that in. Ta-da. And then back into play mode, because once the line has been updated and it tears through there, then need to add the brand new stop on that line. So just give it a minute or two. We'll just give it a minute, boys. There's people waiting at the airport as well. So it's quite a big, complex area we've thrown in. But with how the game currently is, takes forever. Right, there we go. The line's now updated. We do need power over here, which it will eventually get its power once all the building work is done. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. You had to think for a second there whether it was going to decide to work or not. Right, okay, that's all done then. Great stuff. The commercial is being built up slowly but surely. It is being built and being placed. It's freaking glorious, man. So how is that brand new residential area now fair? Oh, we got a little bit of death over here. Some people are sick of the sound. It's what you get. Oh no, they're just sick. Is that a sick? No, is it sound? It's a noise, isn't it? It's noise pollution. Well, you do live in a city. I'm sorry, but I can't solve your issues just yet. This area's looking pretty good. I mean, there's still little bits and bobs and gaps where more residents need to move in. But we're at the point where we're pushing the game limit. That's where we're at right now. This is why I kind of suggested Super Demand mod. Because building work is not happening. It really is not happening right now. We just, the majority of the time, we're just playing the waiting game. But that's okay for now. I mean, look at these suburbs. They are so glorious. I often think SnowTown will be quite a nice place to live. Until the novelty of the snow wears off and you're like, this is a hellhole right now. I don't want to be here. That's kind of how I think of it. I find it quite funny. Right, anyway. Anyway. So they need a little bit of power, but I'm just going to kind of wait for stuff to kind of ball over. Fire care. We've got to squeeze a couple of buildings in and whatnot. So let's go with the fire department. I want it quite localized, so just here. We'll do the police department just here. Now, do we need a hospital over here? I would assume we do, but I feel like that's something I can squeeze quite close to the entry point over there, which we can then have a couple of crematoriums back in on the other side. Don't need any schools or stuff like that because there's no residents over on this side at the minute. But there we go. There we go. So hopefully aids growth in this section. Hopefully it does. We have a turn-off point. We don't really have a turn-off point over here, do we? Like for this area. They're either turning off over here. Over here. They could turn off at the airport to go round, come down to go in. But it seems quite long-winded. So maybe I gotta think about doing some type of connection, don't I? It depends how much the traffic, how bad it gets on these connections. At the minute, it's manageable, it's fine. But to get from like this highway to down there, or even like over here, you gotta kind of go all the way up around that. Yeah, but I suppose it dispersed the traffic a little bit more evenly. You could argue that. I think you could. Right, is all our commercial being built? Do you know what? It pretty much has. We'll go for some high density stuff right now. So, yeah, I'll get rid of this section here. Build a nice little area in. And I think we'll do the same just here. So, leading down by the subway stop, we'll do a nice little commercial strip. So they can do some shopping as they get off the station, which should satisfy that demand. Give it its time. Oh, we have a nice little kerfuffle over here right now, boy. Did I sort out the lane managements on this? Not really. So let's quickly do that. Let's quickly do it. So we know we're making those a dedicated turn. But the majority of people want to go straight on. So why don't I make... Let me pause for a second. Let me just make these the dedicated turns as well, where there's no straight on point. And it's not because I'm not adding it in. I will add it in. Well, I think I'll make that one be the straight on. I think I'll make that be the straight on. Because the people who wanted to cross over the traffic are not backing up the people who want to go straight on. Does that make kind of sense? I like to do the connecting lines, because I like to visually see what I'm doing. Now, we are going to have to... We have caused a little bit of a kerfuffle to begin with, because now everyone needs to rejig and reevaluate what lines they need to be in at this point. But it will slowly sort itself out. I mean, I could drop traffic lights on and or giveaway signs. I mean, we'll just give it a hot minute to kind of flow through. But just by changing that, you can see the amount of people who are literally wanting to do that left-hand turn. I think as more and more time passes by and I'm watching the traffic build up from all angles, I realize it is just because I'm making such a big industrial area. It's just the traffic on its way over. So what that shows is we're going to need a dedicated turn-off point, maybe on this side, for the highway to ease the transition of traffic getting over to this area. Try and utilize that stuff a little bit more, because like I said, it's here and they're the only points that the traffic's really coming in, unless they turn off there and then driving in, and that's not no good for anybody right now, is it? It really isn't. So guys, I think we're going to end it for here today anyway, because it takes so long for these industrial areas to build up and build in. So hopefully by next episode it's all up and running, but I seriously am contemplating now using the super demand mod. So until next time guys, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.